My heart is shattered into a million pieces. Hey, welcome back to the party, everybody. My name is Darren. Today we are talking about Volume 2 of Stranger Things Season 4, something that we've all been looking forward to for so long. It's finally here, and it absolutely delivered in every single area. I've been so excited to be able to share my thoughts with you guys about this, especially since I've been able to resonate on it just a little bit and really just confirm how I feel, because let's just say it had me in an emotional wreck. I was speechless. I didn't know fully how to process my emotions for quite a bit, but it's time to talk about it, because I'll just say that this was one of the most special things I've witnessed on television in my life. In my review of Volume 1, I discussed how I thought they did a lot right, and how for the most part I was completely on board with the direction they were going to go, but how there was also a few things that worried me and things that underwhelmed me. Here it's like the Duffer Brothers knew everyone's problems and what they may be, and they knew the plot holes and the big gaps that needed to be filled in, and they were like, you know what, we've got a plan and we are going to land this the best way possible, because I'm serious. These last two episodes were probably the best two episodes of the entire show and the entire series we've gotten thus far. Just the way that it packed so much emotion, the way it was able to handle so many different character arcs and journeys from different locations all across the world and interweave them so naturally and so effectively to bring this grand conclusion was absolutely incredible. It felt like the magnum opus. Every great thing that we have loved about Stranger Things since 2016 when the first season released, all of those aspects injected into two episodes that were just total mayhem from beginning to end. There was no slowing down. There was no bump in the road. They were almost flawless in execution, and I was just blown away. They set out to make it as epic as humanly possible, and they entirely pulled it off, in my opinion. What I was also incredibly impressed by with this season is the fact that every character had a moment to shine, and really a moment to be able to express their acting abilities, but also just give us the best parts of their character that we've seen. Even the people that in the previous volume I said I was completely disappointed by and underwhelmed by. That is Mike, that is Will, that is Jonathan. All of those characters that I had qualms with before, they made up for it here. Now, it's not 100% perfect in their character arcs. There's still stuff that could have been expanded upon a little bit more, but for the most part, it was a major step up from Volume 1, and it really just made me care and feel deeper for these characters than I have for the past 3 seasons. And even the characters that already had plenty of amazing moments, they just stepped up and provided even more this time around on a much grander scale. I'm talking about Caleb McLaughlin as Lucas. I'm talking about Dustin. Max was the MVP of these last 2 episodes, but also this season as a whole. She'll rip your heart out. Same with Eddie Munson, same with Steve, same with Nancy, same with Eleven. All of them, their impact is felt incredibly all the way through, and they're even stronger when they're all together. And I think that is something that is very cool, is that not only do we get so many amazing moments with them separated in this time around, but also there's a way that they are all brought together towards the end, especially, that just hits all the right beats, and it worked. It worked. I was sitting there just totally in awe, because every time I thought I had an idea of where it was going to go, it went a completely different direction and threw me off guard entirely. But I was totally invested and amazed at how well they were actually able to get me on board, how well they were able to keep me invested, and how well their execution actually worked and paid off, and in the grand scheme of things just made sense for the overall concept of the show and what it's been leading to thus far. And I'll just say that the way it ends, it is nowhere near over. It's nowhere near calming down or a solution being had. Season 5 is going to be chaos, and if it's anywhere near as good as this season was, it could be some of the best television we've gotten in the past couple of decades. Like, the execution has just been incredible, and my jaw was on the floor, my heart was on the floor, my tears were streaming down my face. I felt so much emotion, man. It was incredible. I'm telling you, you're going to want to bring tissues, because when the Duffer Brothers said nobody is safe, they meant it 100%. And even when you think you've figured out who you're going to have to say goodbye to, when that moment finally comes to let them go, it is the most gut-wrenching thing you'll watch, because the emotion is elevated to such another level. They put so much time and craft and effort into making this as great as possible. That's not only from an effects standpoint, because they've said previously that these last 2 episodes cost more in visual effects and had more visual effects shots than all of season 3. It is ramped up entirely on another scale. It's incredible to look at, absolutely beautiful, flawless, seamless, works so well within the confines of this story. But what's so much more impactful is the emotion here, the heart. The performances are outstanding, and the way that you can see them giving it their all at all times is just incredible. Wow, Jaron, was it incredible? Was it? You've only used that word 50,000 times. Is there another word in your dictionary? Just incredible. I did it again! This feels like one of the least structured reviews I've ever done, because it's hard to just put into words how effective and how well and how much I actually connected to this season, and especially to these last 2 episodes. But it really just put everything into perspective, and all of the issues that I had with the previous volume have now been corrected, have now been fixed, and I feel like my needs have been satisfied, my wants have been met, and all of the things that should have happened. It was incredibly effective, very, very overwhelming, and filled with so much heartache, so much triumph, so much joy, so much sadness. It was an emotional roller coaster in the best way possible, and I think that season 5 is going to have a lot to live up to, but I am fully on board with what the Duffer Brothers are setting out to do here, because after seeing how they were able to increase the scale of everything and just add so much more and still have it come together and work so well and so effectively together, there's no stopping them. I have no doubt that they're going to do their best to make it some of the best television we've ever seen. That's all I can say.
Your friends have lost.
Volume 2 was about as good as it possibly could have been. That's all I could have wanted. That's all I could have wanted. I'm very, very pleased. I might not even edit this video too heavily, just because I want to give my first reaction, my first thoughts after watching it. I'm still processing a lot. There's a lot to think of. There's a lot to get through. I'm going to have to go back and rewatch it all again. It's going to be a long wait until season 5. I have a lot of questions. I have a lot of hopes, a lot of theories, but I am just so glad that this season exists, because it's pretty amazing. So guys, those are my unstructured thoughts on Season 4, Volume 2 of Stranger Things. Make sure to comment down below. Give me all your thoughts and opinions on Season 4, Volume 2 as well. And if you think they pulled it off, did they land the plan, did they not? Are you excited for Season 5? What was your favorite episode? Who was your favorite character? Just give me all of that down below. There's going to be plenty more Stranger Things content coming your way. I'm on the hype train 100%. This is the most excited I've been about the show since Season 1. So there's no slowing down. You'll be hearing a lot more from me when it comes to Stranger Things content, so stay tuned for that. Thank you guys so much for watching as always, and until next time, I'll see y'all later. Peace out.